self-identifying as a man, not everybody else. Why are we getting so
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the King's Head, and put your hands together for your MC Nick Hill. Dear God, that step gets taller every month. Oh, I swear it. This is...
You're shrinking.
No, I'm not. Don't. You said you were going to wait to heckle. Are we all well? Yeah. What a lovely, full-looking room this is. Little bit like a Saga outing. What? No. That's fine. I'm 65. I can say these things. I can say what the hell I like. It doesn't matter anymore, does it? It's gone. Those days of political correctness are just gone for me. Long time gone. Have we all been to this gig before? Yeah. No, I know you haven't, and we'll come on to you in a minute. And you haven't, have you? So, if you haven't been to this gig before, and, well, we might as well start with you. What we've done over the years, it's just a bit of a tradition, but the new people, one by one, and this could take some time, you just get up and introduce yourself to the group. So, do you want to just stand up and just tell us your name and where you're from? That's all you've got to do. It's not... I'll buy you a drink. No, of course I won't. No, you don't have to do that. You're fine. So, if you haven't been to the gig before, we've got 3 fantastic acts for you tonight. I'm going to chat to you for about 10 minutes, then we'll have your first act on. Then we'll have a break. That'll be about a 20-minute break, and then we'll have your middle act, and then a break, and then your headline act, and then you can all go off and do whatever it is you do on the Cirencester on a Thursday night. Is that all right with everybody? Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's not all right, because that's what's happening, to be honest with you. So, yeah, it's great that we've got so many people in, and some of you came in early. Girls, you were here at, what, 6:30, wasn't it? And you've been hammering back the cheese, and have you been on, what are you drinking? Because I couldn't work out what you were on. You've been on the cider since 6:30, hour and a half. Oh, so it's been a bit of an all-dayer. That's good. And ladies down in the corner, you came in early, didn't you, and said, let's sit here because we won't get picked on. And I was stood right next to you. And then you were trying to bribe me with how much not to speak to us. Are you all from Cirencester? Glamorous ladies. I nearly said the granny word then, didn't I? But I know we're really pushing the boat out tonight. And then the front row people, because you were late coming in, were like, oh shit, we're gonna have to sit here. And where are you 3 from? Southampton. Oh, okay. So you travelled up from Southampton, and you with? Yeah. So you got what, 6 of you from Southampton? Yeah. No. Yes. Good.
Except
okay.
myself, yeah.
Except yourself. And where are you from?
Mad Hatter Wine Bar.
The Mad Hatter. Is that a bit like Ashton Keynes? Is it you're from the Mad Hatter Wine Bar?
Yeah.
On a night off?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
But you were in there drinking earlier on, weren't you?
No, not yet.
No. Not yet? Are you going there later?
Yeah, maybe probably so, yeah.
What is that? Because the prices here are so expensive? I don't know. Is it?
No, because you close the bar early, isn't it?
No, we don't close the bar early. The bar will be open as long as she wants. You can stay all night. But she can stay all night, can't she, if she wants to? There's no problem with that. So, have we got any advances on Southampton? Anybody further away? Look at that. Nobody's answering. They're like, no, we're not going to speak to you. We're just not going to speak to you. So it's nice everybody's come in, and we've got a Dursley. We're not counting that. We'll come on to Dursley in a minute. We've got a ginger person sat in the front row, which is great. Just me and you, isn't it? That's it. Look at the rest of them. Look at the jealous look on their faces. We're not brothers and you're fine, you're perfectly safe. Spiritually we are, clearly. And you from Dursley? Oh yeah. What are you scared of?
You.
I was in Dursley last night. We did a gig at Cam at the Barclay Arms. 8 people in there. Oh. What a joy that was. No, it was all right, actually. It was good. So for those of you that do come regularly, you know a little bit about me, and I've now officially retired from work. This is like week 2 of retirement, so for the past 2 weeks I've been with my wife 24/7, and no, to be fair, I've realised the sport is closer to killing each other. I mean, have we got any other retired people in? Yeah. Well, how long have you been retired for? 2 years. How are you finding it? Yeah, that's me. It's like, because I had quite a nice rundown from work, so it wasn't like a sudden stop and then like nothing to do. So it's been all right. It's been pretty chilled. But before I was retired, she said, "Oh, you know, it'll be nice when you're retired because we can do more things together." And then, like, so 2 weeks ago, she said, "Right, you know what I said about doing more things together? Yeah." She said, "Well, have you got anything in mind?" I just said, "Well, we could join Slimming World together, couldn't we?" I said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, clearly I need to lose a bit, and to be honest, over the past few months, you've put on a few extra pounds." So she's not spoken to me for 2 weeks, which I think that's a bit of a result, to be honest. But she said, "You can come to bowls." She's been retired about 5 years, and she's got a nice little routine. She goes to bowls on a Monday. She said, "Oh, you can come to bowls with me." Bowls. Really? She said, "Yeah, no, it's nice. You know, they're very friendly, and it's not competitive. It's short mat bowls in the village hall." So I went, not last Monday, I went the Monday before. 2 hours. I have never been so fucking bored in my... Oh, just walked in, and it's just full of old people. They are, I know I'm knocking on a bit, but they're like, you know, they're really sort of old, and they're just all in there moaning about their ailments and everything else. And have we got any bowls players in? No, I'm not going to go into that, are they? They're all in bed. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to let you talk about yourself amongst yourselves, because your jokes are far better than mine. It's not serious. It's not like all the whites and everything else. It's just chucking a ball down a bit of artificial grass, and you don't even have to bring your own bowls. They've got them. The club have got their own bowls, and they're just, if you're not aware of bowls, it's just like a black resin ball with a picture on it. And I was in the yellow team, apparently. So for the yellow team people, they put a yellow sticker on it, right? So you could identify which were your balls. Fair enough. So I got on my first go, picked a ball up off the thing, wherever it was just about to bowl it. This bloke tapped me on the shoulder. I said, "What's the matter?" He said, "That's my ball." "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, that's mine." I said, "Well, you're on yellow team as well, aren't you?" He went, "Yeah." I said, "Well, it's got a yellow sticker on it." "Yeah, I know, but that's mine. If you have a look at the picture's different." And I looked at this picture on this bowl compared to the one you had. They were exactly the same, right? I let that go. By the 4th time I'd done it, and he tapped me on the shoulder, we got into a bit of a ruckus, I've got to be honest, and I've now been banned from going again. And I took exception of that. I said, "Listen, this is the first time I've come. Why are you banning me, and why aren't you banning him? Because he started it. He started the pushing and shoving. All I did was push him a little bit harder. Wasn't my fault he fell over. Why are you banning me?" And they said, "Because Frank's 86 and he's been coming here for 20 years. It didn't happen really. Like, you're just looking horrified. I've got to be honest, I did that joke last night and it went down far better in Dursley to England. But the other thing I suggested we do it, and I just did it a little bit tongue-in-cheek when she said, "Is there anything else we could do together?" I said, "Well, we could go dogging." And she was like, "Oh, no, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that now." And I asked her why. And I was hoping she was going to say something profound like, "No, that's not for me." But what she said was, I said, "We could go dogging together." "No, I couldn't do that." "Why?" Well, no, I've started going grey down there. I wouldn't want anybody looking at it. Is that the only reason you can think of you're not going dogging? I said, well, that won't matter, will it? Because it'll be dark up at Birdlip. And then she said, but they have torches. And I'm thinking, she knows far too much. This is a nice gig, because not every gig is nice. I did a gig in Chepstow early February. It was for charity. It was a lady had organised it. Her mum had died last year from cancer, and she'd organised this gig. And she put a post on Facebook advertising for a couple of comedians, and I responded. And she said, oh, I've looked on your Facebook page and you play in a band as well, don't you? I went, yeah. She said, well, could you do some comedy at the start and then maybe the band could play at the end of the night? Yeah, that'll be fine. And it was in Chepstow. Have we all been to Chepstow? Yeah. For you Southampton people, Chepstow's quite a nice... Well, part of it is, isn't it? Chepstow's all right. This gig wasn't actually in Chepstow, it was in Bulwark. Has anybody been there? It's probably one of the most roughest council estates I've ever been to. You know, it's the sort of place where you call people salt of the earth, or chavs, as I like to call them. And I turned up about 6 o'clock, and people started wandering in, and they've clearly all been a bit like you two, probably all been drinking all day. I did 20 minutes at the top, and it was just it was just a battle. Nobody was listening. They were just all absolutely hammered. The lady who was organising it, Sean, she was having her head shaved at 9 o'clock. That was part of it. She was absolutely off her face by the time she came in. They had a drag act on called Etta Buffet. Yeah. That should tell you all you need to know. He did an hour and a half of the most basic, it was comedy, but it was just horrific. And it culminated in him getting 2 teams up on the dance floor to simulate a sex act, right? There's 4 people in each team. On the one team was a mother, her daughter, her son, and the daughter's boyfriend, all pretending to have anal sex with one another, to music. And I was watching them and I thought, they've clearly done this before. Yeah, it was that horrific. Sean had her head shaved at 9 o'clock, by which time she could hardly sit on the chair, she was so pissed. The lady shaving her head was also pissed. She was just taking chunks out of it. I thought, oh, this is just turning into the worst gig in my life. We went on at 10 o'clock and we did an hour set with the band, and it was great. To be fair, we had them all up dancing, it was great. Sean came up to me afterwards at 11 o'clock. Nick said, I watched you play, said, and I'll tell you, said, you look just like that comedian at the beginning. Said, you look the same. Said, but the difference was you're a really great drummer, and as a comedian, he was shit. Great. So we're doing a gig there next week. So, listen, now I've whipped you up into a height of comedy frenzy. Are you ready? Well, in fact, you won't be ready for your first act, but are you ready for your first act? Yes. I've gigged with this gentleman several times, so I know what's coming, and you are going to be delighted, amazed, I think. I love him. His name is Wayne the Weird. Okay, remember that. Wayne the Weird. And what we'll do is lay this down in the far corner. On the word go, if you could start the applause, and then we'll just bring it all the way through the room and keep clapping until he comes on stage. Is that all right? Can we do that? Yeah. Lovely. So, Wayne the Weird, lay this down the corner, start the applause, bring it right the way through the room, all the way down to the end. The very lovely Wayne the Weird.
Hello, good evening. I'd like to start tonight on a serious note. I've just got out of hospital after catching my penis in the Hoover.